Oh boy, did you hear that? Heather just said I'm a bit of a loser in the kitchen. You shouldn't share
a
these on live
giant
television.
loser in the
Well,
kitchen.
you can pretend that you're not, though.
I know, that's
We're
what I
cooking
do.
with hot oil, so I want you to
I
be
know.
very careful. John
Okay.
Hanson, Jennifer Cameron joining us, along with their son Quinn. Welcome to the show, guys.
Hi.
Great to have you
You know,
here.
I got a great idea for a show.
Okay.
Do a remote episode from our kitchen with all 4 kids at home.
I would love
And
that.
I mean, have you ever seen Saving Private Ryan?
Yeah?
Yeah,
About the
it's
same-
reminiscent about that as well. Reminiscent. I mean, when you get kids
like
in the
it.
kitchen, they come at you in waves.
Right.
So here we are. Now,
Poor kids.
See?
This is our mini vacay. Don't ruin this.
This is
And-
considered a vacation for you
and we're
guys.
going to be, yeah, this is the case.
that's-
So your life is kind of all romance all the time.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's the romance is just, it's just
That's right.
like,
So
Love it,
we're calling
love it.
this the Minute Steak Waltz.
Yes, that's
Where's the waltz
Because-
come in here?
I just thought that was a witty thing to do.
Oh,
That was
okay.
my best
All right.
effort
You're
at,
just making
at
stuff
being
up.
funny. Yeah, well,
Okay.
just on the fly here. Now, I'm going to
Okay.
test the oil because as we talked before we came back on the
Right.
line, we had a disappointment last time when I said the garlic was going to sizzle,
about that.
stand back.
Right, and then Jennifer
And-
made fun of you.
Yeah.
And constantly.
Yeah, for the
But
last
by
few
the way,
months.
we're going to try to be toned down because we're in
I
front
think
of
that
children.
builds character, though. Don't you find, Jennifer?
Oh, absolutely.
So how are we
Yeah,
doing?
okay, now I want to show you a test here. This is an important thing because a lot of people
Okay.
say, how do I heat it? Because if you overheat the oil, it burns.
Right.
And it makes the food taste bad.
Oh, it's not supposed to do that?
No.
No.
Now, some people say, well, you do a visual, and if it ripples, you can see it, but my
Okay.
eyesight isn't that good. So what you do is you take a little
back.
bit of water, you stick it right into the middle,
Okay.
Hot there.
and you see it sizzle?
Yeah.
Okay.
That means
We're
the
ready to
oil
go.
is now ready to
Okay.
go. Now,
Right.
one of the things that you noticed here is I haven't been like a mad scientist.
That's what
Yeah,
I do.
just kind of.
Throw it in.
I even use saliva sometimes.
But he's
I
very
just-
technical.
Okay, well,
I
first of
can't
all,
wait to have dinner at your house.
For-
Derek.
Naming his food now.
what do you mean I'm naming my food?
Let me just have a little spit in there.
Well, that's
Yeah.
okay. It
And
burns
again,
away.
I must ask this question repeatedly. Do we really need her to be on the show? I mean,
It's
just like...
it's your decision as a couple. We don't decide.
No, but you could make it easier for me and just say, Jen, stay home today. Anyway, now let me...
Alternate.
Just fun being with you. Talk to your mother.
There, that was a good answer.
What's that?
Just
Fun being
just
with you.
fun
Yeah,
that's
being with you.
The joy.
So what do
anyway,
we got here?
now, usually I have the ingredients and I have this measuring spoons and everything like
Right.
this. But one of the things with minute steak is if you took an hour to cook it, it wouldn't be really that good.
No.
You want to do it very fast. Now, one of the things that you can do is you can pre-prepare the day before all the ingredients that you need to make the minute steak.
Okay.
And I'm talking about the milk wash, I'm talking about the spice and whatever. You put them in a container like this, so when you come home from a busy day of work,
Right.
you're not pulling out this and trying to measure and
Right.
figure
It's ready to
everything
go.
out. So now,
Okay.
very simple minute steak, or what's known as cube steak. And I want to show you this. The reason why it's called cube steak is because when they beat it or tenderize it, you see the little squares?
Yeah.
That's known as cube steak. So that's why they
Okay.
call it. Better turn that down before fire starts. So what I've got here.
Remember, I went in the grocery store. I asked one of the people working there, "Could I have some cube steak?" And she handed me
Stewing
chunks of
beef.
it.
I have to go.
Well, I've
right,
heard of minute. I've never
Yeah.
heard it called cube
No.
steak before.
And I have to say, this is something I've never purchased because I didn't know how to make it.
Well, and this is the thing. Getting this, a lot of people buy it and they overcook it
Yeah.
because
Right.
it's so thin.
Right.
The key is that you want to be able to put the coating that I'll show you on, sear it on both sides for 2 minutes. That's all it takes. Each
Okay.
side until you get a nice crisp brown. Throw in the oven, then I'll make a sauce that'll go with it.
Okay, we better hurry here.
Okay.
You know how we always run out of
So-
time.
Yeah.
This is kind of like in America,
know-
they call
So
it
I
chicken
was
fried
sent home
steak.
from this. I was sent back to the store.
No, I
with
went
the-
back.
Well, you went back.
You want a job done right, you do it yourself.
Get your story
flour,
straight, you two.
a cup of flour,
Okay.
One of the same.
1
at this
tablespoon of cayenne pepper. I know you're going to look cayenne pepper hot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
1 tablespoon of garlic powder.
Okay.
And then salt and pepper to taste. Now what you
Okay.
want to do is you want to take your minute steaks out. Now you can add extra salt. Make sure you use kosher salt.
Right.
Okay? And pepper. You can salt and kosher these, but what you do is you put it in the flour first.
Okay.
First. And then
See, I would have done that backwards.
dip.
People make that mistake quite a bit, actually,
well-
doing it the opposite.
Okay.
That's why this is the world's best.
That's right. Yeah.
Now you put this like
Back into the.
into
Okay.
this. Now one of the big mistakes you make next is that you put this into the fryer right away. You don't. You put it onto a cookie sheet on there.
Okay,
You've got to let it
because-
sit at least 10 minutes, otherwise it
That
won't
long?
adhere to the steak.
Okay.
What happens is
And then
it'll
you get the
fall off the
crunchies in
steak,
the
and then you
oil.
get the crunch.
That
And you'll,
happens to me all the time.
it should be
I'm
10,
serious.
10
There you go.
minutes. That's it.
All right.
I didn't ask for that yet. You're killing
Listen,
the magic
you
of
let Vanna
television.
bring that out when she wants.
Come on over here in front of the
I was
on
going to
over
sit
here,
here and say the magic of television.
go.
Wait a second, wait a
Jennifer,
second,
put
wait a
it
second, wait a
right
second.
here, you poor thing. I don't know how
Got
you
it
do it.
ready to go.
Honestly,
Okay.
you've got 5 kids.
Have we
not
met?
4.
Yeah, right?
I like it over
Right?
here.
There you go.
Yeah, call mommy. Mommy, yeah.
Well, what do you got there, Quinn?
Thank you.
Oh,
There you
that's
go.
nice.
Okay,
They don't
so
find every
Oh,
day
look,
for
you
this is
found
soft stuff.
you put this like for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Longer is better. The longer it sits, the better it is.
Okay.
Okay. Now, one thing I want to say about the milk wash, it's a cup of buttermilk. But if you don't have buttermilk, you use regular milk with a tablespoon of lemon juice, and that becomes buttermilk.
Right.
Oh,
And then you use an egg,
learned 2 things
and
now.
then a tablespoon of Dijon mustard goes into here. A tablespoon of
Little
Dijon
extra
mustard.
flavor.
So now put this aside, and then thank you for killing me on this, Jen. You got to put this on top.
No,
of
it's
the tray.
okay. Don't worry.
Through the magic of television. See, I like saying that. Through the magic
Right.
of
Yeah.
television. This is now ready to go. So what you do is you take it,
Back off, Jen.
and it goes for 2 minutes on one side until you get crispy brown.
Good temperature
you know,
there.
Everyone says 2 minutes. By the way, heating oil, this is a trick. Heating oil, don't put the oil on the pan and then turn it up full to heat it hot in one. You do a gradual warming. You lead
Okay.
up to it. You start it on, let's say, a number 3 or number 4 medium, and you gradually turn
Any
it up.
reason for that?
Because what happens is it's a nice slow warm, and then it boils very quickly when you're ready to cook.
Gotcha.
You see, now
All
look,
right.
it's not killing anything at all.
No.
Now, Jen, sorry.
There's the clock.
Yeah, we got the clock. Jen,
Okay.
last time you were here, we were talking about a great campaign that you were involved with, and it was incredibly successful.
Yes, we were raising money for our school's play structure. And after 12 weeks and the community being inspired to help and our town councilor, we raised $20,000 and we're getting a new
Nice.
play
In 12
structure.
years.
Congratulations! That's fantastic.
So now I've been asked to help other schools to go in and consult with them on how I can help them obtain things that they need for their schoolyard and for their children.
Good for you.
So yeah.
Accomplishment.
Awesome.
In the kitchen.
Well, and you know what? And it spread to our daughter because Savannah's been involved with We Day.
Yes.
Talk
What a
about that a
great-
little bit.
Great
Yeah.
idea,
Yes.
We Day.
Now she's raising, I just love her. She's, well, of course I do, she's mine, but she's 10 years old, and she was inspired by We Day. We were just at a summit last week, and she wants to raise $5,500 to build a well.
Oh,
Very
fantastic.
Yeah, so she's
Very
learning all
good.
about it, and it's just so wonderful to see her inspire others. And we're doing a Valentine's Day mixer, well, I am, for February 13th next year in Buckingham, and the proceeds on the door go towards her well.
That is
So,
fantastic.
yeah.
So
Now,
how are we
but-
coming along
Well,
here?
you know what?
so
In
good.
another 30 seconds, I'll flip it
In
when
another
it's got
30
there.
seconds, we're going to break.
Well, then and then we're off the show. Then.
You're
Yeah,
gone.
so you're gonna have to flip it
Too
early.
much.
Well,
of
yeah, but
this.
then
Too
you
much
won't get
of
to
this.
try it. Okay.
More of that. Less
We
of
can
this.
try it during
what?
another segment. maybe.
Thank you. Thank you
Smell
for the
of
pepper.
this is
Now,
incredible.
What
Now-
would you serve this with?
Okay, believe it or not, a sauce that you make from the heated oil. You take 1/3 of the cup of the oil.
Okay.
You then have 2 tablespoons of cayenne pepper,
All right.
2 teaspoons of brown sugar, half a teaspoon of paprika, and a 1/4 teaspoon of garlic
Okay.
powder.
Where
and
can
then
you
you
find
take.
this recipe? Because
Well, it'll
on
be
your phone?
online. I still have to send you the
Okay.
recipe, don't I?
Yeah, where
that
is the
sounds amazing.
recipe?
Okay, let's do this very
We're gonna
quickly.
get the recipe.
Okay,
He's
so
losing his touch.
what?
Next time it's me.
I just
good
don't
that you
have to
didn't call
tell
him
you.
out on
I
that
will
on
just
TV.
tell you that I'm going out to the corner store for cigarettes. And I don't smoke, by the way. Don't smoke, kid.
Don't smoke.
And then I won't come back until after the show.
Oh, no.
And then I'll do the show. And I'll just say I got lost, which is believable. The other day, just a side note, the other day, I was saying, where are my glasses? Where are my glasses?
They were on your
head. And
yeah.
she looks at me like, it's amazing you find your way home. She sews my name tag and address on the inside of my coat. Anyway,
Here to
so
help.
Okay. Quickly.
quickly
This is
put
the
it in.
correction
So
dress.
let me just see this other side because I want you to enjoy this.
Okay,
Well,
but
we
what,
can try it later.
Yeah.
what
you
would you
can.
serve this
Don't
with?
worry.
Okay, so anyway, so you serve it with the sauce, and
Okay.
then what goes very nicely with it, I happen to like green
know.
peas or beans
Yeah.
and,
Right.
and things like that
How
with
about
it.
your favorite side dish?
Okay, that's good.
Oh,
All right. John and Jennifer, ladies and gentlemen, we'll try to get that recipe up on our Facebook page. We'll be back with more right after this.